Listen to this verse.
I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned.
This verse says that we will give an account for every word we speak, and that includes what we say about God. Because when we speak about God, we are making serious claims. Some say, perhaps even you, there is no God, or that Jesus is not God. And some say that the Bible is not from God, or it is from God but has been changed, as they would really know or have proper evidence for it. These are serious claims. In my videos, I will show you things that will shatter all false claims. So, the more of my videos you watch, the better your discernment will be to distinguish what is true and what is not.
The knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you.
These were the words Jesus spoke when his disciple asked, "Why do you speak in parables?" He answered that the knowledge of the kingdom of heaven has been given to his disciples, but not to others. And that statement is important because it suggests that to some people are things hidden and to some are revealed. So if you are watching this video, you are not here by accident. There is a reason for it. Because in my videos I will show you that the Bible contains patterns that could not arisen by chance. We will also examine whether these patterns are consistent. So I would tell you, do not take anyone's word for their claims, but instead subscribe to my channel, watch all my videos carefully, test the knowledge I will give you, and decide for yourself what you think about it and what you will do about it. However, before we begin, I have to introduce you to biblical verses along the way, because they will help you to understand what you are seeing. Without them, you will not know where these things are coming from. But I have to warn you, at the beginning it may feel chaotic. Nevertheless, the more you will learn, the clearer the picture will become. And once you see the picture clearly, you will be able to judge it for yourself. And for that you are welcome, as this time that judgment will be yours alone. Anyway, do you remember the time when people were told to stay at home? When they were told, without accepting something into their bodies, they could not work, travel, or take part in normal life. That time it may have been a foretaste of what is coming, a reminder to reflect. You may ask, why do I say this? Then look at this verse.
It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast, or the number of its name.
Here we have a description of a system where people cannot buy or sell unless they have a mark on their head or arm. And it was written about 2000 years ago. Moreover, language here is not vague, it's specific. And I have a serious question for you. If such a prediction exists in scripture, how should we respond to it? Because I personally know how to respond to it. But you who believe that the Bible has been altered, how you will respond to it? Anyway, I believe that because it was written long before these events, other verses from that chapter deserve to be examined carefully, don't you think? So, let me show you what is written next.
This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666.
So, here, in this verse, our adventure starts because we are getting a clue how to read the Bible in different way through calculations. However, the question is, how can we calculate it, right? Is there a way? And yes, there is a way that has been actually known for centuries, and it is called Gematria. And the core principle of it is to assign numerical values to the letters. So instead of reading only the words, we can also examine the numbers behind them. And here what you see, it's only few of them. Because you also need to know there is many forms of gematria. Moreover, out of this, most often we will use only three: the ordinal, the standard, and the reduction. And one last thing for clarity: the Hebrew language is written from right to left. And now let's hear the first verse of the Bible, because it is the most appropriate place to start. It has been written by Moses, and of course it is from Old Testament.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
And what you see here, it is a standard gematria. However, the values are written vertically rather than horizontally. So now we add them together, and this what we get is the number 2701. And this number can be represented only by one equation, which is 37 times 73. And now let's look at the Jesus Gematria. Here we have the Hebrew alphabet and its ordinal gematria. And this is Jesus Christ in Hebrew, more precise the Nazarian, and its gematria values. So let's do the same as before. Let's sum up the gematria values of each word. So you can see the very intriguing outcome. Do you see that? And do you understand what you see? It is a subtle thing, perhaps confirming the words of Jesus.
I and the Father are one.
Interesting statement, right?
Very truly, I tell you, before Abraham was born, I am.
Here, Jesus claims that he existed before Abraham, and Abraham lived 2000 years before him.
I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty.
Did you catch that? He said, whoever believes in me. What kind of statement is that, huh? Now, let's see what John, the disciple of Jesus, wrote about him.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made.
Is it only me, or you also see two distinct persons here, both described as a god? Anyway, that will be clarified in future videos. But now, let's read again the very first verse of the Bible that comes from the Old Testament. But this time, let's take into the account the Gematria.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
And now, if we ask the question, which God created it? Then the numbers will answer to you by pointing to Jesus. Today, it's only introduction. However, in the next video, I will show you something even more remarkable. So don't miss that video. And if you don't want to miss it, consider subscribing. It will not cost you anything, but it may offer you a lot. Perhaps even save you, if you are willing to see the truth. Even if you don't believe that at the moment.